So now you arrive at the academy, and how was that first week? Because you said that after a week you like, I want to go home. How was that? What made you say I want to go home?
Yeah, so unlike most people, there are a lot of people, but unlike most, I was in boarding school from like grade 5, grade 4, since I was young, like really, really young. And being away from home has never fazed me. I've always loved being around my mates. I've always loved being around friends. Unfortunately, like, I have a sister, but she is like she's autistic, so she's like bad on the spectrum. She's 17 now, but I think she's got the mental state of a 3-year-old maybe. It's just I guess it's just my parents were looking in my best interest, because she can have fits, like proper seizing fits where she screams and she goes into panic attacks for like hours.
Do you know when you said autistic, I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, so autism is like...
I've heard about that.
Yeah, so autism is... it's a chromosomal issue in your DNA.
Yeah.
So she's got... Her issue is called isodicentric 15, which is a duplication of the 15th chromosome. Yeah. And I think we have something like, I don't know if it's 17 chromosomes or something. Yeah. But her 15th one is there's a duplicate. So instead of having, let's say 17, I don't know if it's 17, she'll have 18. Yes. And that creates a huge mess up in your body for the rest of your life. So she was born with that. I mean, my parents didn't really know until she was about 3, because they were like, we've got this beautiful baby, she doesn't cry, this is fantastic. Gabriel cried 24/7. But then when they realized that she wasn't learning to speak when Gabriel learned to speak, doctor, couldn't make out words, didn't cry, nothing. And then, they found out that she had autism, and it was exactly IDIC-15, which is the short term for it. Then my parents were like brought back a bit, and you know, the horrible thing with all these disabilities is the parents blame themselves. You know, like, we did this. This is because of us. And unfortunately, autism can happen to anyone, whether you've got a history of it in your family or not. Yeah. And I think it really took a toll on my parents, and it also, she needs a lot of attention, and unfortunately if I'm at home and I want attention, I can't get that because she needs it. So my parents did the wise move, sent me to boarding school. At first I didn't really understand it. That's a very good observation. Yeah. When did you realize that? Did they ever tell you that? Did you realize it yourself, or did they tell you that? I think no, I sort of came to a realization, but like we have discussed it obviously. Yes. But I think I came to a realization when I was maybe like 12 or 13. Because
that's very early actually.
Yeah, I think, you know, I've been in boarding school since I was like 10. Yes. 8, 9, even younger. And yeah, it's you just have to like sort of like, okay, it's better this way. Yes. You know, when you're young and you're growing, you don't want to be surrounded. There's a whole lot of emotions in you. So yes. I think with that, being in boarding school helped a lot, because if I had to come home and my sister's having a 3-hour tantrum, it's not going to be good for me, and it's not going to be good for her, and it's not going to be good for my parents. Yeah. So I've been in boarding school. So going back to the academy, never fazed me. I saw kids crying like left, right and center, because I mean, I had a big intake. I think we were 17 in my first year. Yeah, there's a lot of us.
Who was there that, any notable names?
Okay, so I don't know if you know Jaden Lloyd. He's in Australia. No. He's riding now. Jeff Lloyd's son. Okay. Jaden was there. Cole Dickens. Mfanelo Zuma is still riding. Joshua Solomons. Jeffrey Saister. Yeah. Dennis. Dennis wasn't really there in my year. He was 3 years before me. Okay. But those guys are still riding. There was a whole bunch. Like, I can't even remember all the people that were in my first year. Yeah. But yeah, I saw people like homesick and missing parents and
crying.
Yeah, and I think what makes it worse is the academy is really tough. Like, you know, first morning there, you have to wake up at 4 a.m. and go and clean stables.
Yes.
It's like that's your first encounter with the academy. You know, there's no sunshine in the park. Here's some rainbows, enjoy them. It's all like
it's hard work,
grit, get down and dirty with it. It's
early mornings,
and then it is tough, and I think that's what causes homesickness and people like already wanting to leave after 1 or 2 weeks.
Yes.
But you know, you survive through a month, you can survive through your entire apprenticeship.
So 17 people got enrolled with you, and then how many dropped out? And how long did it take for them to drop out?
About 12 of them dropped out.
12 of them dropped out. Out of 17, that's more than 50%.
Oh yeah, it's way over. If I think about it now, it's myself, Cole, Jeffrey, Mfanelo, and Joshua.
So it's 5 out of 17.
5 out of 17.
That's bonkers, bro.
Yeah.
That's bonkers. And how long did it take for them to actually
I think most of them got out in the first year. Some of them got out in their second year.
Wow.
Early second year.
Wow, that's fascinating, man. Yeah. It just shows how hard it is. You know, last time when I had a podcast, we sat down here with Wiseman.
Yes.
And did you watch that episode?
Yeah, I did.
And we spoke about, like, my whole thing was that I just think that South African, like how you said that in motocross, you don't think you would have actually made a career out of it, because our infrastructure for the sport, it's terrible. There's no development and everything. It's a hobby.
Yeah.
And I think that with South African sports, not all of them, with a select few, we at world class level, like cricket and rugby and all of that. But with soccer and a couple of other sports, you know what I mean, hockey and a few other sports, our sportsmen don't take it as seriously as they can. You know, like our soccer players, bro. We've got potential to be one of the best soccer countries in the world.
Yes,
because we've got the fans. You know what I mean? We've got the love for the sport. That's the first thing that we have, and we've got the talent. You know, we've got reasonable talent. If our guys took it seriously, and if the soccer industry actually maybe helped them a bit to say, guys, you can't go out and throw a party on a Wednesday night when you've got a practice or a match the next day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's sure, go and have fun, spend the money, but you need to be wise with it.
Yes.
Look at Ronaldo. Look at all these other guys from overseas.
They've been so professional,
and they work their butts off. You know what I mean? And that's just, I think it's a mentality that we have or we lack.
Well,
in the country, and that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that in the academy, and I was saying this again out of ignorance, that I was thinking that my whole thing is that I think that it's all about hard work. The harder you work, and you just put your time aside to work harder, instead of watching YouTube about the new MacBook, which you can't afford. Why don't you watch a video about motivation and how to meditate, how to visualize? Watch an interview from Frankie Dettori and grab that inspiration, because that stuff is really motivating. It will make you get up.
Useful,
It will make you get up and go and ride the Equicizer, because I want to be just like this guy.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying with him. And then I went to the academy where I met you, and I was talking with Taryn Mason, and she was saying, she watched the interview and she said, I was a bit harsh on you guys, because you guys work.
We are the first ones there every morning.
Yes.
Probably only person who gets there before us is the guys that work for Miller.
Yes.
But I mean, we are always the first there every morning. We work, and we're the last ones there every morning. So we do work hard. Like, we very, very hard. When you're taking more than 20 horses a morning, that's a lot of work. I mean, you go overseas, you ride 4 horses a morning, and that's like maxing out. Maybe 5, but 4 is like a lot of horses overseas. If you had to bring a European jockey to South Africa, take them to Summerveld, which is, I could put it together like with Randkiesfontein. That's busy, hey?
It's
like
busy.
And also in Europe, you have stables. You know, you'll get your odd ride from this trainer and that trainer, but you have your main stable. South Africa, it's freelance, so everyone works everywhere.
Yes.
And especially as an apprentice, in the olden days, it was an apprentice got assigned to a stable. The apprentice worked with that stable. Now it's the apprentice has to find a stable to work with, but then on top of that go and work for 7 or 8 other trainers in the morning. And
do you think, sorry to cut you off, do you think that the apprentices of today are tougher than the apprentices of the olden days?
I'm going to say no.
No.
Because the stories I've heard of olden day apprentices and then getting thrown in the pool in suitcases and... You know, they battling to breathe underwater, trapped in a suitcase, and you know, these wild stories of them going stealing horses, and you know, when you define tough, I think we ride more horses in the morning than apprentices in the olden days.
Yeah.
I think I think there's actually like a balance. Actually, I think
you reckon
in terms of craziness and stupidity, I think olden day apprentices take the dub there. But
so wait, what are the stories?
Oh, dude, like our riding masters have told us, like in our day, you know the old. I'm not gonna say old people. sorry, Mr. Ball. Sorry, Mr. O. But in their day, you would hear stories like, you know, our seniors used to zip us into a school bag or into like this metal trunk.
Yeah.
Throw us down a case of stairs, and then on top of that, throw us in the pool until we can't breathe. And I'm like, yow.
Yo.
That's how
military.
Serious about, dude, no, it's bad.
Yo,
and then you get our day where it's
Yo, with you guys,
it's not PC these days. It's not politically correct. It's 2021. We got fairies. We got fairies these days compared to those days.
You guys get things plugged into you and get your heart rates measured, and you
we are very
scientific.
Much, it's very scientific now. Like I see the apprentices as guinea pigs these days.
Yeah.
Because we do so many tests every month. You know, we do beep tests. And beep test is hard. Like my knees don't cope with beep test.
Yeah.
If I could throw that away, I would in a flash.
In a flash. When was the last time you did one?
I think September. Or August. End of August, somewhere in September, just before my fall. I know I did it.
Yeah.
But if I could throw away beep test, sorry Academy, I would. Like I know they're like, oh, this is great for fitness and it's a good testing measure. It is so incredibly hard, especially the level that they want you to reach. Yeah. You know, it's hard on your legs, hard on your ankles, hard on your knees. The rest of the testing I'm fine with. But the beep test is just, it's unimaginably hard.
Yes. Do you know, my experience with the beep test, when I was still playing rugby, I think I was like 14, 15. I won an award, by the way, for rugby. I won
serious?
Best sportsmanship.
Oh, that's great.
Because I was always showing up.
Yeah.
I was always in practice. You know, I tried my best. I wasn't the best in the team. I'm not gonna lie.
But your ethic.
But my work ethic
was
there. So we did beep test in training. One of our first few trainings that year, and I actually did well. I think I was top 2.
Oh, serious?
Beep test, yeah. Me and my friend, my very close friend. We just kept running, bro. Kept running. And the other guys, I don't know whether it was because the guys were weak or we were strong, but we just kept running.
Dude, it is hard.
It's hard,
beep test is actually tough. Like, you know, you get those people that can run.
Yes.
You know, like we've got Tabiso. Okay, can't run at the moment.
But how was he in beep test?
It kills us in beep test. Like, he thrashes us.
Yes.
But I mean, he can run, and not everyone's built the same. It's common. So some people take the beep test worse. I mean, I don't do well at beep test at all. Like, I pass on thin ice. And I mean, probably get shouted at because, oh, you're not putting I'm putting 100% effort to do this. Like, I really don't cope with beep test. But like I said, people are built differently. I mean, you can't, I mean, with girls, for example, they can't run to level 13 or whatever we have to do for beep test.
Yeah.
So they get a specific thing for them, which is like 12 or 11 and a half, 12. I don't know what the level is for them.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, not everyone's built the same. So I think beep test works for some and not for others. So it's just one of those things. You know, it should be more like okay, you can get to level 11 maybe next time we can try and push for level 11 and a half. We'll work on this fitness. We'll work on that.
Yeah.
Instead of setting a baseline at like 12 or 13, and like you are scraping you everything in your lungs, everything in your legs, you are scraping to get that 13.
Yeah. But so you reckon that it should be gradually increasing?
Well, I think it should be for everyone should have it for themselves. You know, I'm not saying like go and get level 8, because level 8 is pathetic, and I'm going to say that like level 8 is pathetic.
Yes.
But you know, you push yourself to your limit, you get to where your limit is.
Yeah.
And you work up to level 13.
You obviously have surpassed level 13.
Yeah, so level 13 is the race riding standard.
Yes.
So you have to pass that to race.
Yes.
If you don't pass it, you don't race. That's the academy's principles.
Yeah.
But that is tough. Like, and I guess everyone gets through it.
Yeah.
Because they have to.
Yeah.
But that is like a really, really hard thing to do. So,
but
like,
don't you think that?
Props to everyone.
But don't you think that since it makes you guys better jockeys and much more fitter, the fact that the standard is so high, it increases the standard of your riding and your
I think so
athleticism.
For being so, the standards being so high, it pushes you to make yourself better.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it makes you a better jockey. I think it's a good testing thing to see where your fitness is at.
Yeah.
To see where your levels are. Because running and riding are completely different sports. I mean, you can do 15 minutes of running and your legs are just as tired doing 2 minutes around gravel.
Yes.
Because you use different muscles.
Yes.
But it is a good fitness testing thing to see where your fitness is at. But yeah, getting that level 13 is tough.
Hard.
It is really tough.
Do you guys do do you guys go into like a cold bathtub or whatever filled with ice and stuff like that?
I do.
Do you do it yourself?
Yeah, I do it ourselves. The academy doesn't. Might have a swimming day on a hot day, but we don't really use like water therapy.
Yeah.
They don't use water therapy. I will go if like my muscles are sore. I'll take like a slow mag and then go and hop in a cold bath for 5 minutes, just to like sort of bring my muscles back to earth.
After like a crazy day of riding.
Yeah,
right?
a crazy day of riding, a fall, if something's sore, not right, you just go and hop in a cold bath. I know a few of the other guys do it, not everyone, but you can. You've got the facilities for it, so. Yeah.
Okay, so let's jump forward a few years. So now you are in your 4th year.
Yes.
Next year is going to be your last year.
Yeah.
And how's it going at the moment?
Yeah, so last year was kind of a mess for me.
Yes.
In March, when we had the lockdown, the academy gave us an option to go home, and I went home, and they wouldn't allow me back in the country for the next 5.5 months.
You were in Zambia?
Yeah, for so long. I mean, racing kicked off in June, I believe.
Yes.
And I didn't come back until August.
Wow.
I was at home, couldn't get a flight, they wouldn't let me fly.
You've had a lot of setbacks.
Yeah, really a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot of setbacks. 2 weeks into lockdown, most of the apprentices got granted
pass.
Yeah, a pass
yes.
to ride work, and working was up and running after 2 weeks. So from 2 weeks after lockdown to the next 5.5 months, I was doing nothing. I was at home. I started working with horses again, but not racing.
Yes.
So I had a big setback, and the whole year of 2020, I never rode one winner. Nada.
Yeah.
3rd of December, I rode Florence to victory at the Vaal.
Yes.
In 2019, and until the 15th of 2020, not a single winner. I think I had a 2nd and maybe a 3rd the entire year.
Wow. And what do you think caused that? Is it because the year was very turbulent? You know what I mean?
It was turbulent, and I also think that I wasn't there.
Yes.
A lot of guys started blooming because jockeys couldn't travel.
Yes.
So a lot of the appies were really doing well. I think Tabiso and Jabu rode 50 winners last year, or 40 winners.
Yes.
Because jockeys just couldn't travel, and great for them.
Great for them, actually.
But then it sucks for you when you're not there
to
show face.
Yes.
and yeah, it was a big setback. I think if I had stayed, I probably would have done well.
Yes.
I probably would have pretty much been done with 60 winners right now.
Yes.
But then I was also grateful that I got the opportunity to run Joburg in December.
Yes.
Because, I mean, in a matter of 6 meetings, I rode 5 winners.
Wow.
Had countless places, had almost 50 rides in 2 weeks. Or like 40 rides. And it was amazing. It was a great experience. And that, you know, you have a year of not touching a winner's box, you lose confidence.
Yeah.
It's standard for any human to go through that.
Yeah.
So after December, I came back with this confidence. I started riding 100 to 1 shots, running second, and I mean, in January I had my first double, cracked a double, Binder and Van Zyl.
Nice.
Done and dusted. February, another winner. March, another winner. Had a fall, was out for a bit with my knee. That was that fall, and then April back again, another winner. May, another winner. June, 3 winners. July, 4 winners.
That's 2021.
Yeah, that's all this year. Lost my fall claim. Went into August, another 2 winners in August, and then September I fell.
Yeah.
So I was on this like really nice road up, and then then obviously now it's at a standstill. So
yeah. So who do you look up to at the moment? Do you have like first of all, tell me in racing, and then tell me outside of racing if you have anybody that you like idolize.
So in racing, I probably it's a tough question. I really love James McDonald, and I guess I would say Lyle. You know, he's a true example to everyone. He's professional. He gets his job done, and it's gotten him far. So James McDonald is a master. You know, he's so balanced. He knows how to work with horses. He's really got that nick with horses.
Yes.
And I think those two are definitely, like, I watch Australian racing 24/7.
You serious?
Yeah, no, I love Australian racing.
Yeah.
So watching James McDonald ride is like second nature now.
What about Australian racing do you like so much?
I love the competitiveness.
Yeah.
You know, they've got almost 200 racetracks in Australia.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of racing. And
would you move out there? Do you want to?
I would love to. I would move to Australia in a heartbeat if they offered it to me.
Apparently they don't like South Africans a lot, eh?
Probably think we're going to steal something from them.
The Australians don't seem to like South Africans a lot. I've heard stories. Andrew Harrison always tells me stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, Australia, it's hard to get into because you require an English test, and a very hard English test.
Are you serious?
To get in.
For citizenship?
Yeah, well, no, just to actually get a work visa there.
Okay.
So it's hard to get in. You know, if English isn't your first language, you've probably got a 90% chance of not getting in.
Yeah.
That's in like the first place.
Yeah.
And then they, you know, Australia is very picky. You know, they don't have a big population. As big as they are, they've got half the population of South Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's something like 25 million people.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's like it's a huge continent.
Huge, dude. But I mean, they all live around the seaside.
Yeah.
They don't live in the middle. Middle's the outback. You know? with the kangaroos and the koalas and all of that stuff. Yeah, so
that's a nice accent.
Oh yeah, no. That's like my thing is accents. I can put on pretty much anything.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Can you do an English accent?
Well, I mean, I can do an English accent. Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, bruv. It's all in the mind, yeah.
Yeah, bruv. It's mental, innit, bruv?
It's mental, innit, bruv? Yeah.
It's crazy how they don't say tease. A bottle of water, bruv. Can I have a bottle of water?
Bottle of water. Oh, shame, they hate being teased about that as well. You see them on social media like, this dude.
Yeah.
Look at this dude. Like, what is he doing? Yeah, no, accents are like my thing.
Yeah, I like them as well, but I'm terrible at them. I just think I haven't practiced enough.
Yeah, it also takes practice.
It takes practice, you know. It takes a lot of practice. But sometimes you feel like a goof, man.
Oh yeah.
Doing these accents, unless you've got like a friend.
I love it. Like I go on Omegle, which is like that. Call people around the world. Yes, random people.
Yes.
And I mean, I'll just slap on an accent,
and
people think that I'm actually like, dude, I'm from California. Like, dude, I hit the waves like every weekend. It's so cool. It's like rad.
It's rad.
It's rad, bro. And I mean, people believe me, and then I'll be like, yeah, what's up? I'm from South Africa. And they're like, where'd this come from?
Aren't you from Florida?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what you doing, bro?
Bro.
So accents, I mean, my girlfriend gets quite irritated with it, but I use the Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Like Zoinks, man.
Yeah.
I'm freaking out. Dude, I can do it. It's crazy that I can do it, but like she hates it. She does not approve of that one.
Oh man. Who do you practice this stuff with, bro?
You know, I grew up watching Jeff Dunham, and he's like a puppeteer. He's a ventriloquist.
Yeah.
So he can do all these amazing voices without even opening his mouth.
Yes.
I can't do that.
Yes.
But I mean, I loved him as a kid growing up. And I mean, I used to like watch Scooby-Doo, and I would be like, Raggy? Like, you know, like do stuff like that, weird stuff.
Yeah.
But it sort of stuck. And my mom and I had this long-running Russian accent going on, where it's like, you know, I go to Eastern Bloc.
Yeah.
We used to talk to each other in a Russian accent. It was just one of those things with me and my mom.
Yeah.
So like accents all around the world. I was like, let me try that. And then like my voice box is adjustable, like very, very adjustable. So I don't know.
Bruh, you seem to have a very good relationship with your mother.
Oh yeah, lovely. My mom and I get along really
When's
well.
your birthday? What's your star sign?
September 3rd.
Star sign?
I am a Virgo.
A Virgo.
Yeah.
You are a water sign. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And your mom, what's her star sign?
She's a Capricorn. My mom is a Christmas baby. She was born on Christmas Day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So she's actually got the worst birthday you could ever ask for.
Yeah.
Because you get one gift from one person and it says Happy Birthday and Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas, yeah.
I want two.
But then I guess it's also a good thing because there's so much festivity going on during that period.
But also, like my mom will have her birthday in October because everyone's focused on Christmas over Christmas time. Yeah. So no one wants to have a birthday on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
A party on Christmas Day for a birthday. They all want to celebrate Christmas.
Listen, I wouldn't mind having a birthday on Christmas Day just because I'm not crazy about parties.
I'm not, even
you know what I mean? Like
being in the academy, especially the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Birthdays aren't special. You'll buy cake for the boys.
Yeah.
But you don't expect a bunch of gifts to be there waiting for you.
Yes.
You know, it's not something that you celebrate like, I got this, I got that, oh cool. No, it's I've learned to sort of like, I'm 18. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm 19, okay.
And then you just get phone calls from mom and dad and
you just get phone calls. Obviously, mom posts a Facebook video embarrassing me. But overall, birthdays aren't really my woohoo kind of point. That's an interesting thing though. That at the academy, you guys don't get to celebrate your birthdays and stuff like that. You know, it's quite fascinating. That I mean, like
it's a very sort of different and tough environment.
Yes.
You know, and I think that if you're gonna be, you know, like these kids who sometimes are like softish. If you're a softie and you're a mama's baby, you're not gonna survive. You know, if you're not used to, you know,
little things like birthdays can actually take a big toll on someone that's big on birthdays in the academy. Because also like the academy have like just put in a new ruling that you can take your leave in December, which is when the academy closes in any case. Yeah. So throughout the year, if you want to take a personal day for a birthday, I don't think the academy will like let you do that. So that's done and out now. Yeah. I find it a little bit harsh because, you know, some days you do need to do something for yourself, and if it's family reasons, you can take leave. But I mean, like, you know, there's always personal reasons that you just need like a mental day or something to just go and do what you need to do. Sort out this, sort out that. You know, I think that the academy, it's no question that the South African academy is world class. Oh, absolutely. It's one of the best in the world. If not the best. You know what I mean? And I know that Debbie and Taryn will always say that it's the best facility and it's rated actually as one of the best in the world. And I just would love to see more South African jockeys doing well overseas. Yeah, well, you know, I think that's what the academy has to work on is overseas partnerships.
Yes.
You know, exchange programs.
Yes.
Because that'll, unfortunately, racing in South Africa is not great.
Yeah.
You know, it's a fact. Compared to anywhere else in the world, we are like milestones behind. You know, how Hong Kong can race twice a week and produce almost $1 billion is crazy. Where South Africa, we race every day of the week, and we struggle to get money at all. It also comes from outside support. You know, obviously, you need the spectators. Unfortunately, COVID, you know, stopped that. But you know, if South Africa, if this academy could like improve its relationships with like Turkish academy, Hong Kong is like the toughest of the toughest. You know, Australia, you know, Victorian Racing, Lindsay Park Racing, which is their like apprenticeship program. UK Racing School, we used to do that with the UK Racing School where we sent 2 appies. Where they sent 2 appies across.
Wiseman and Fanelo, I think, last year. Was it last year? The year before.
Did Zuma go? I don't think. No, so last year they cancelled it because of COVID. It usually happens around in March.
Yes.
But obviously March last year, the virus came, struck back. And so Cole and Tyrell, bless his soul, he's also gone. They went in my second year. They all went. But yeah, they stopped that because obviously COVID and South Africa's red listed, and once again it's red listed. Ruined my December plans.
What were you planning?
Oh no, I had some mates coming from UK. And we're gonna go spend a week in Cape Town in December. Have like a nice kickback.
Bro, that would have been so cool. Do you follow Formula 1?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who do you?
Because I'm just watching races behind you. It's not Formula 1, but it's I'm not sure what that is.
Like NASCAR almost. No, that's WRC.
Yeah.
That's rally.
Do you follow that?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't follow it as strongly as Formula 1.
It's Formula 1, right? Who's your favorite team?
The Red Bull.
You love Red Bull, right?
Red Bull and McLaren, but strictly because of the drivers.
Yes, me too.
I don't know which driver do you like the most?
I don't lie. I like Lewis Hamilton, you know, just because he represents a lot of you know, sort of a lot of people like me, you know what I mean? A lot of people of color love Lewis Hamilton. You know,
look at this guy. Look at this guy. Being cliche.
No, but
liking Lewis. How could he?
But I'll tell you now. I know not a lot of people like Lewis Hamilton. You know, but
you know what?
But even outside of racing, he's just doing such an amazing job.
Yeah.
With branding and business and stuff like that.
He's a very controversial person. Like he's one of those people that will say something and it'll upset a lot of people, but he'll say it.
Yeah. But why don't people like him? Why don't you like him?
It's not that I don't like him.
Yeah.
It's just I'm bored of the guy. Like he's won 8 championships
in a row.
You know, not in a row, but I guess you know you win so much and so often, and then there's no one that steps up to him because he's always winning. I mean, he's the first Formula 1 driver to ever have 100 wins.
Yeah.
And he's surpassed that already. You know, he's passed people like Michael Schumacher.
Yeah.
You know, Ayrton Senna, who's long gone. He died in 1996.
Yeah.
But I mean, those
he used to love women. Senna.
Yeah.
He used to be a woman, not a womanizer, but he just had.
No, he loved his girls.
He loved his women, brother.
Yeah. So like you know, people like that. He's surpassed them all, but like now you got Max.
Yes.
And Max is like I've been watching Max since like 2016.
Yes.
And like I've always thought like wow this dude is good, and he was young, you know, he's only 23 now, 24.
Yes. But he's such a good rider. He's fierce.
No, he's determined and he's aggressive.
He's very aggressive.
People hate him because he's aggressive.
Yeah, on the track he sees nothing but the road.
Absolutely. He wants to win a race and he's determined to win a race.
He reminds me of Schumacher a lot.
Oh yeah, Schumacher also, he was, you know, Schumacher would do anything in his power to win a race.
Yes.
You know, Hamilton sort of has his tracks that he's really good at, like Silverstone in Europe. He's obviously he's born and bred there. That's his track.
Yeah.
So I think he's had like 10 wins there or something.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of wins at Silverstone.
But also with Lewis, he's got a good team behind his.
Yeah.
his back,
look,
you know what I mean?
he's got. I mean, I won't say overall the best, they're leading the constructor points now.
I think Mercedes are the best because they've got such a huge budget.
They've obviously got a massive budget
they've got a team of engineers. They can literally hire anyone in the world, and they've hired the best people from around the world to build the best cars. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I think another thing with Lewis Hamilton is he's just very lucky to be in such a good team.
Yeah.
Would he be at the level that he is right now in another team? I don't know.
Well, yeah. I think at the moment, if you have to ask me, Red Bull has got the fastest cars.
You reckon?
Yeah, by far. I mean, Lewis in the last race that they had now in Qatar.
Yeah.
I think Max got like a five grid point penalty or something, and he had to start from like 6th or 7th.
Yes, I remember that.
And I mean, in the first corner, when you lining up in those first 5 lines, those are the fastest drivers in that race. They all got the fastest times. To go from 7th to 4th in the first corner is crazy.
It's mental.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, Lewis the other day went from 20th to
I think 5th
to like 5th or something in the sprint race.
Yeah.
Which is also insane.
20 laps, I think.
Yeah, 26 laps.
Yeah.
And I mean, he did that. So like also really fast. But I mean, in the first corner, to get that much power and that much speed, to get into 4th, and I mean, he probably would have got into 3rd. But Fernando Alonso pushed him off the track. He said, "Nah, mate, I'm the vet here. You leave me alone."
Yeah.
But to have that much speed off the gate is crazy. So I think also like Red Bull's cars are faster. He set the fastest time by almost 2 seconds.
Bro.
Unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but I mean Hamilton clapped him.
Yeah.
But he's still leading. Dude, I'm crossing fingers. My December will be ruined if he loses this championship. Like I will not have a good I will not have a good holiday if Max loses this championship.
Yeah.
I will cry.
I also want Max to win.
I really want. I think he deserves it though.
He does deserve it. He does deserve it. He's worked hard for it.
To win 9 races this season is hard. Like to win 9 races in any season is hard. But for him, like you can see he wants it. He's aggressive.
He is.
And unfortunately, people don't like him because he's like, he's this angry German guy. Like, no, he wants to win.
Yeah.
He's got that determination. So no, Max all the way.
Listen, Gabes, it's been amazing speaking with you.
Absolutely, 100%.
We can literally go on for another hour.
And I mean, you've seen now. I said like when I come across, you see me the first time, I'm like a bit more professional. Now I'm a bit more of a goofball halfway through the podcast.
Which is so amazing. It was such a cool experience getting to know you, bro. And I don't know, like, if this was my I know it is sort of, I'm the host of the podcast, but then if it was on another platform, on a private platform, we'd gone for the next
absolutely
2 hours just speaking about stuff. And my whole idea with this podcast is I don't want it to be an interview, as you saw.
It's lovely to have.
It's a conversation. That's why I don't have an intro, I don't have an outro. I just started with how are you doing, and we just get into it, So and I want to take the people. I want them to feel like a fly in the wall.
Yes.
Like they're sitting right here. Look at our video. We shot this video.
Yes. Oh, Bo. He's just taken out his trainer's license.
Yes. He just got one horse.
Oh,
he sent me a message. He said he got his first baby.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy for him. He's been around for so long.
Amazing. Yeah.
I love Bo to bits. He's awesome.
Take a picture of this and send it to the group.
Woo, go Bo.
Well done, Bo.
But no, thank you for having me. It's been great. I've really enjoyed this.
Thank you, brother. See you soon.
100%.